Hey everyone, I'm Garrett from Naked and Famous Denim with a fade review for the Left Hand Twill and how it goes from this to this. But before we get into it, do me a big favor, hit that like button, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Also, kind of a coincidence, I'm also wearing the Left Hand Twill, by the way, in Strong Guy. But yeah, the Left Hand Twill is one of my favorite jeans. It's been one of our all-time best sellers. We've had it in the core collection basically from the beginning. So it's nice to see a super faded pair come in and get to do a fade review on it. This pair was sent in by Jace. He's been wearing these for 5 years, every day, 2 weeks at a time, and he rotates them with the Elephant 9. He's washed them approximately 15 times. He lives in New Zealand, and this was actually his very first pair of Selvedge denim jeans. And he wore them casually, he rode motorcycles, and he also does construction work. And he says once he got his very first spot of paint on them, he decided to just use them as work pants, which we'll definitely get into in a bit. So let's do a quick little, you know what, we'll save the side by side until the end. We'll do that. Okay, so starting from the front here, you can see that these are already quite faded out. At the top here, we can tell it's a newer one because it has the woven label sewn on only 2 sides here. Let's see what fit these are. Oh, he took the label out, but it looks
like a super guy?
Super guy, yeah, just because you can't see the second rivet there. So these are a super guy. You can also see that the front rise is just a little bit lower and only has 3 fly buttons. But coming to the top here, we can see quite a bit of wear on the waistband, but mainly at the front here. That's very interesting. Maybe he had some type of belt buckle or something that was rubbing on that part of the jeans. Again, more wear on the fly. If we open up here, you can see, again, quite a bit of brassing and abrasion on these fly buttons, which is quite cool. Definitely looks like a pair of construction jeans, just the amount. Look, and you can even see here maybe some chemicals or something splashed on them, because there's definitely something going on with these fly buttons. Coming over to the coin pocket here, it looks like he was using his right pocket a little bit more than the left because there's a little bit more fading on this coin pocket, but overall pocket is in amazing condition, almost no wear on the pocket bags themselves. No holes in the pockets either. And let's go down a little bit more. This is where the jeans start to get really amazing in my opinion. Light whiskering here, but these are just so faded that the contrast has decreased because of those 15 washes. You will get some whiskers, but they're just gonna be super contrasty, and we can start to see little splotches of black and white paint as he was working in construction, which, you know, really adds to the story, makes these jeans look really cool. You know, sometimes you go to the mall or something, you see like the fake paint splotch jeans, and they just look horrible because it's like clearly they just had some guy like throwing paint at these, but you can tell that these are 100% authentic with these little paint splotches all over his jeans. Working down here, we got this kind of dirty fade going on because he's probably in a little bit dirty environment with his construction, so the warp of the yarn's got kind of this dirty yellowy color in contrast with the whiteness of the paint, which I do like. And usually you get this when you're working in a dirty environment, you don't wash them as much, you get this yellowy tinge, similar to the dirty fade Selvedge that we have. Coming down a little bit more paint splotches, and you can see a beautiful little hand repair. Very nicely done. I love it when people do their own little repairs, adds a lot of personality to these, and you can see that his right knee is starting to get a little bit of rips here. More black paint, and on the other knee, no rips, but looks like some glue or other stains possibly on the knee there. Coming down here, you can really start to see the personality of the vertical streakiness of the Left Hand Twill, which is what drew me into the Left Hand Twill and what interests me. If you can look at my jeans here, you can see also there's quite a lot of bit of that vertical streakiness that you see on a lot of vintage jeans. Of course, these are Left Hand Twill. I didn't really mention what that means, but that means the twill direction goes to the left as opposed to the right, which is quite uncommon. Coming down to the leg opening, a few more splotches of paint, and you can see here that he's cuffed his jeans in 2 different locations, or possibly he just did a double cuff. Yeah, maybe that's what it was. So one cuff there, one cuff there. No, I'm pretty sure he had them cuffed at this level at one point, and then he maybe had them cuffed a little bit higher at another point, because it seems like there's quite a bit of wear on those two cuff marks. But look at that, beautiful single blue line selvage ID, so pure white on one side and one blue line on the other side. The very cool left hand twill. Okay, let's go over to the back. And starting from the top here, the patch. I love the left hand twill patch. It patinas really nicely, ages beautifully. This one is good, it's got a little bit of paint on there. You can definitely tell they've been washed, potentially dried, because it's shrunk a little bit. Coming down to the back pockets, a lot of wear on the seat and some nice kind of horizontal fades. The whiskers coming over to the back here. And you can see that he is carrying something in his back pocket, because probably his wallet, or maybe that's probably too big for a Zippo lighter, but something in his back pocket. And of course, over time it caused this area to rip, which he's done some hand repairs right there. Taking a look at the crotch, no blowouts, no repairs on that, which is actually quite amazing considering how much these jeans were worn. More paint on the back here, and moving down to the honeycombs, low contrast honeycombs, but still well defined, very nice, very classic, cool vintage fades here, and just that continued streakiness. Now here's something that's very interesting, the calf fade. The right leg has a very distinctive calf fade, whereas the left leg doesn't. So I'm wondering what that could be, possibly driving or something in his life where the back of his right leg is rubbing up against something more than the left leg. And then coming down to the leg opening, a little bit of roping, nothing in particular to report, but overall, very good. Let's do a little side by side here. All right, so there's the before and the after of the front. And the back. I think this is a pretty amazing transformation, how it could go from this dark, dark indigo to this very light blue color. Definitely gets me excited for my pair, because mine are close to a year, so hopefully we'll do a fade review on my pair soon. I want to thank Jace for sending in his pair of left hand twill. These are just amazing. One of, I'd say one of the most faded in our archive. If you have a pair of jeans that you're no longer wearing, maybe you grew out of them, or maybe you're just on to other fading projects, let us know. Send us an email, send us some pictures. If they're faded enough, we'll take them in, add them to our eternal wall of fade, and of course hook you up with a discount code for your next order. I want to thank you for sticking around to the very end. Do me a big favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.